All right, guys, welcome back. Shout out to my alliance for putting on a show, and we're going against a Chinese alliance. I cannot pronounce the name, so I would not try. My Chinese is really not that good. All I know to say in Chinese is Chinese. So I'm just going to go straight forward and look at the map. And by the looks of it, it's not difficult. So what they basically did, I see a Sasquatch and a Killmonger in the center, which is actually very nice. They're both R3s by the looks of it. I'm just going to check out my lane, which is probably lane 4, but I'm not going to take lane 4. I'm just checking out the map so I can see which is the easiest lane to get straight to boss, because there is a Domino and Nick Fury on lane 7, which is always a pain in the butt. They have Apocalypse as the mini there, and there's a Void on 5 Evenflow Intercept. Now I'm going to choose my team, and I'm going to choose Captain Infinity War because of that Void, which means I need to bring a skill champ. So I'm going to look for a skill champ, and obviously no other than Quick. Quick is always my go-to champ in Alliance War because I'm more confident in using Quick than any other champ. So I will always bring Quick no matter what. It might be a little cheesy, or like it's always a quick fight, this or that. But at the end of the day, it's what works for me. So I decided to go with Quick, Captain Infinity War, and Nick Fury. So I already know my path, and I'm contemplating because I'm seeing Elsa there, and I'm like, Evenflow Intercept would be a lot easier with Elsa, but then it's Elsa, you know. The debuff still hits you and you will still take a bit of damage, so it made no sense for me to bring Elsa, especially if Captain Infinity War could shrug off those debuffs faster than Elsa can. So I went with Captain America Infinity War, which is actually pretty good on my part because my capt is R2 and he's only 176, close to 200, not there yet. I do not have a science T5 to take him to rank 3. So as you can see, the guys cleared off my path waiting for me to get in. So shout out to Notch, who I believe was on lane 6. So I'm going to take lane 5 and I'm going to use Nick Fury against Heat Monkey. Now what I did before I entered the fight was I kind of popped an invulnerable boost, not because I expect to get hit, but because I'm going to take 3 fights back to back, and with Hit Monkey I want to knock him down. Now a lot of people say don't knock him down, but what I'm going to do is actually knock him down, evade his special one, and go for a heavy. Now after I go for my heavy, he's in his assassin range, so basically it's very simple. I'm just going to drop my SP2. He's going to purify it, but it's not really a problem because all I'm doing is stacking up the bleeds and let the bleeds work. The only reason I knocked him down is to get him down a little bit more before my boost runs out. Now I did pop the 6-hour one for Alliance War, but my invulnerable boost is only 3 minutes. So I want to finish this fight as soon as possible. So I am going to knock him down with my special 2s because he's very simple to fight. There's nothing wrong with his evades. When you knock him down, you know he's going to evade. So you just have to wait for him to come out of his mode. And then the fight is quite simple. You could parry and just let the bleed work. So the next fight is Ebony Maw. Now I'm rushing into this fight because I have the invulnerable boost on and I don't want it to expire. So I already know you do not punish his heavy because it's Ebony, but the good thing about this one, I could have used Quick, but I decided to go in with Cap because I am going to use Quick and I did not want to put any pots in her after this match. So I'm just testing the waters here with Ebony Maw, going for double parries or re-parries, whatever you want to call it, and keeping it simple. Now, I did not know if I could actually punish his heavy until I just tried there, and it did work. But I wouldn't recommend it. So the other good thing about the reason why I tried it is because the synergy between Kappa and Quick, I get like 3 evade charges basically. So when that happens, or if I make a mistake, I'm good. He will evade it and help me out. So I'm going to knock Ebony down, which is quite simple. I'm going to counter him after he does his medium. I'm going to use my special 2 hair and then go for heavy. Now I'm going to go in. I don't know how I got hit there. I really don't know how I got hit there, but thank God the indestructible boost was still on. And looking at the clock, it was supposed to fall off within a few seconds. So I got lucky there with the invulnerable boost, and I ended the fight with an SP1, which is quite good. His falter did not work basically, so I wasn't really bothered. And the next fight, like I said, I had to rush into the fight back to back because it's just how we trying to. So basically the way the map is set up, we're gonna attack straight down the middle and take out boss, so that lane 7, 8, and 9 could easily clear their path. Because what these guys did was they stacked up the right side 7, 8, and 9, and they left the left side 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 with easy defenders. The only tough defenders were straight down lane 5. So as you can see, I'm taking Havoc with Quake, and I've done that a million times during the season. So I'm not too concerned about this. I did not have to pop any invulnerable boost or anything to boost myself up. This was a straight simple fight. Anybody who's learning Quake will know that when Havoc gets his special, you know, parry before he gets it, but he got it there. And when I went for the heavy, it was a bit too late, but that's okay. Havoc hits like a chick. He relies so much on his plasma that those 3 hits wouldn't do anything to Quake. So basically I do not need Quake, I believe, for the next few fights, so I'm okay there. That fight was in the bag. Good to go. So I hope all this is interesting. We have a massacre there. I'm going to go in, then I'm going to exit, and somebody's going to take that guy out. And I can't remember who exactly it was who took him out, but good job, guys. And I'm going to take the next fight, which is Annihilus with Quick. Now Annihilus is on Mixed Master, and that's a terrible placement because Doom could easily take that fight, and we have like about a stack R3 Doom, like a few of them there. But I decided to go in with Quick. I do not have to put any health potions in. I do not have to do anything basically, but just go in straight with my boost and just Quick him. Like, he's one of the minis for Alliance Quest, so it's quite simple to Quick this guy rather than having to waste a Doom, having to worry about Mixed Master, even though it wouldn't be much of a problem. But why do any of this when you could actually Quick him and save health pots for every single one? Actually, it's so much easier to just Quick him. He's not stubborn, which is another dumb reason to put him there. But like I said, they stacked up the right side and then 2 defenders around the map basically to try to make it a little tougher, but it just didn't work. This is just a 5-star, so this one is going pretty fast. You know, Quick handles these fights really well. So actually at this point the Alliance is doing really well. After I take this Annihilus out, we will be straight ready for the second section. Now we're going to do all of that within a few hours, and the reason for that is because we're playing safe, and the other alliance that we're going against is actually doing the same thing in a few battle groups, except for battle group 2, which is actually pretty good. So as you can see, everybody's here ready to go. So lane 4 and 5 has already been cleared, and as I'm looking at the map, we have, like, there's no death within my battle group, but there's 6 within the alliance, and there's 4 from the other alliance, and we're neck to neck. So we know this is going to be a close one. This alliance does not give more than 15 deaths, so we already know the limit and the target we're supposed to hit. So my battle group is actually doing pretty well right now. So Biro is asleep. So because he's asleep, I'm going to take his path, which is path 6. Now, I know I'm going to be popping some boost here, but it doesn't really bother me because at this point in time, it's actually worth it for the alliance that we actually boost really hard. That way we do not give up silly deaths. And the only reason I'm doing it right now is not because of Captain Marvel, but because I'm also going to be taking Void right after. So like I said, we're going to clear the middle section. Lane 1, 2, and 3 will actually clear that within a few hours after I clear the middle, and we will have 6 to 7 guys right there waiting so we could attack Boss Island, and then lane 7, 8, and 9 could actually clear their lanes without any global, so they have nothing to worry about basically. So that's actually a pretty good plan. A lot of alliances are actually doing it right now, and it's actually it actually depends on how the defenders are placed basically. So doing this, you sacrifice your backup basically. So I'm backup in this for a reason, and like you see, because one guy is asleep, and also that Void is a pain in the butt, so I'm just gonna take Void and then go from there. So after I'm boosted, I'm going to go in with Quake, and the strategy here is don't get hit. Nothing much to see here. It's just an ordinary quick fight. I do not make any errors in this one, although it's around 1 a.m. But yep, MCOC is life. So this fight is an easy one. It's gonna take a little longer than I expected because it's a RF3 Captain Marvel, and she's just annoying. And as you can see, she's building up prowess, but that's really nothing, especially on this lane. Usually you do not want to put a champ that's not stubborn. Also, you do not want to put a champ that does not gain power on that node, in my opinion, because prowess only works when they use a special attack. So if they're not using a special attack, it makes no sense. Now if they're not stubborn and you could just quake that fight, it makes no sense. At the end of the day, it's just a simple fight. So just imagine a power gain champ right there and you try to use quake, then you're going to be in problems. Mojo is actually pretty okay in my opinion there, because you might sleep up, but then he's an easy fight for any human touch. So it actually depends on the champions that you have for stubborn, really. So I'm gonna take Void next. My human torch is actually rank 2. I haven't used it much during the season, only once, against, I think it's against Mojo last alliance war, and I did pretty well. No, I didn't. I used Archangel. So yeah, I haven't used human torch all season, which is actually pretty sick in my opinion. Now I can take Captain America Infinity War or Human Torch to R3 in a few weeks, but I'm going to lean towards Captain Infinity War. So I'm gonna start off with the heavy, get that down, get some heavies in, you know, but his health is not going down because this is intercept. Now I'm not going to intercept him until I have 2 bars of power. Now I'm going to bait out his special, and then I'm going to intercept him, and that's coming now. Special 2, and then I'll go in. Now the problem here is I popped my my science 200% combat, which I did not want to do. I did not want to do that for a reason. So I already pushed Void to special 3. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to spam or attack him as much as I can, intercept here there, just be a god with Cap, because at the end of the day he's going to let go of that special 3, which is okay, because Captain America Infinity War is actually a tanky attacker. That's why I love him. Even though you make a mistake, it's not much of a big deal. If you get hit here there, he glances some of those attacks, and he's pretty good. This is why I'm leaning towards him over Human Torch at my first R3 Science champ. And Captain Infinity War, Quick and Nick Fury's synergy just saved me there. Captain America Infinity War is at SIG 172, and my Human Torch is about SIG 20, I believe. So I'm going for prestige, plus I'm going for a champ that I really like. So section 2, middle section is clear. So right now I'm just going to take Dr. Voodoo. I mean, I've been quaking everything, so I might as well just do it. So basically this node, if he has a regen boost, a regen debuff on, he's unblockable. Now you know when Dr. Voodoo starts, he's basically going to be unblockable. So I'm going to pop an invulnerable boost, because this war is a must-win war. We're currently sitting in Masters, but if we lose this one, we'll probably go to rank 5 on Platinum 1, which is not bad. It's still a good position, but then it makes it a lot tougher for the next 2 matches of 3 matches, which will be must-wins for us to secure the Masters. Now, as you could see, Quick is just doing what Quick does. So I really don't have to explain this fight, because there's nothing to this fight. So I'm just going to continue on what I was saying about Captain America Infinity War. Him going as my first science is actually pretty good for the game wise, basically, because I love him because he's just, the synergies that he carries goes really well with the champs that I rank up. So I do not rank just any champs up. I rank champs that could actually help in quests or story mode. Now the reason I do that is because Kabam is moving in a direction that they're just handing out champs at this point in time. And if I have a chance to actually take Captain America Infinity War to say 200 R3 when Act 7 comes out, then he will be very useful in my opinion. Now as you could see, my Captain America Infinity War is actually 173. So 173, that would be around 90% chance to have all his synergies actually work, which is actually pretty good. Yeah, so it's 90.4, which is actually pretty good. Still a very good number. As long as Captain America is around the 80s range, he's actually pretty good. He will be my first R3 over Human Torch, and the way that I rank up my champs, because I'm not a big spender, it has to be very strategic. And if you know me, you know I'm very strategic in who I rank up. I do not have a lot of rank ups, but what I do have, I make good use of them. Now the reason I'm not going to take this guy to R3 over Captain is because we only use him when it's against a Mystic or when we want to do a lot of damage over time. Now anytime you're going to use this guy, even if he's a R2 or rank 2 attacker, you're relying on his damage over time debuffs actually. So it's not making any sense to take this guy to an rank 3 when his debuffs actually work pretty well as a rank 2, because you could use him basically in anywhere, because you're only taking him because of his damage over time. Now if you could look here, I do not have a lot of options. I recently pulled Void. He's unduped. He's gonna stay there for a while, so this is what it is. Now as you can see, at the end of the Alliance War, this is my battle group, and this is the other Chinese alliance who actually won. Yeah, they won. My battle group did really well, especially with the strategy that we had. I don't know what to say. This is a very good performance by battle group 2, which is actually very, very good. I think the best we had all season. We usually try to go for less than 5 deaths, but sometimes it does not work out that way. But anyways, hope you guys enjoy. Thanks for watching. Peace.